Well, what is behind this rise of right-wing extremism here in Germany? Let's discuss it with Özcan Mutlu, who's a Turkish-German politician from the Green Party. He's also a former member of Parliament. Welcome to DW, Mr. Mutlu. We know far-right violence is increasing in Germany. We've heard about anti-Semitic attacks. We heard the Interior Minister talking about 3 right-wing attacks in the last year alone. Why is this happening?
This is happening because the atmosphere and the climate, which is especially caused by the AfD, is something like a call for people like the one who killed these 9 innocent people just Thursday. So we have to keep in mind these kind of terror attacks are not seldom. They're happening. We had Halle, this guy who tried to enter a synagogue and kill the people who were inside the synagogue. Just last week we had this group Teutonica, which planned 10 attacks in 10 different mosques in 10 different cities to somehow start a civil war. The reason why this is happening now is in the last years, the politics on the one hand side and security forces on the other hand side didn't keep an eye on right-wing terrorism, which is unfortunately now a reality in Germany.
Okay, we're going to hear now we know that leaders of Germany's Muslim communities gave a news conference in Berlin earlier today. We'll hear from Ayman Maizek, who is head of the German Muslim Council.
There is a lot of outrage in the community. People are afraid, they're angry. Many of them have long ago lost trust in the security services and the police. To win back their trust, we need concrete measures and we need a long-term change in our discourse. In the 21st century, we cannot be debating whether or not Muslims are at home in Germany. We are well integrated and have been at home here for a long time.
So, Özcan Mutlu, here's the thing, right? We heard there, we don't want special pleading, we are Germans, essentially was the message there. You were talking about an environment created by right-wing extremists being able to effectively act with impunity. But why are Germans voting for them? Why are Germans looking at them and thinking, AfD, that's what I want?
I don't know if I would have an answer to that question. I would be somewhere else and fighting this. The reason maybe is, of course, frustration, job losses, especially in the East, etc., etc. But this is not an excuse. This is not an excuse to blame at minorities, point at minorities, and point at Muslims who are meanwhile part of the society for decades. I mean, the ones who got killed just yesterday were mostly Kurdish and Turkish. They were Muslims. And this is a chain of terror attacks since in the last 20, 30 years. We have to remind on Mölln, where a Turkish family was killed, or in Solingen, the NSU murders.
There has been a history of this. This didn't start with the AfD.
Exactly.
No. Right.
It didn't start, but the AfD created a new climate, a new atmosphere where these kind of right-wing ideologies can spread easily, while our security forces, intelligence was watching them with eyes closed.
Özcan Mutlu from Germany's Green Party, thank you.